Hi folks, and welcome back to some more Ultimate General American Revolution. It is the 16th of April 1776. We have scoured the lands and cleaned out the British from New England and Canada, and therefore I don't know what's going to happen next. So today's going to be an interesting episode. We're going to skip through loads of time of probably not very much happening as I reposition the armies and rebuild them, because we need more recruits and we need to garrison a few places. I need to keep a force of militia, a fairly strong force I think, in the Quebec area. To make sure that the British don't invade, because for all we've kicked them off the map, I have a feeling there's an off-map area that we can't access where they can land troops and re-invade from. Might be wrong about that. We do not want to lose any of these places, because these are kind of valuable to us. So we need a militia force up there. We need a force, I would say, in this area, or at least around Falmouth, and perhaps something further south, because the map should open up down here. So militia for holding areas, regulars for going into the new zone. At least that's the idea. We're going to rebuild it. If nothing happens in the next few months, well, we'll see where we get to then. But I'm expecting a few changes to this. Anyway, let's jump in and see what we get up to. So just a note here, whilst we've been reorganizing these troops, I've noticed that the Jackdaw Rifles have a promotion. We've got those on the endurance course. I think we're going to go for... Should we go assault? No, I won't remember. I'm going to go for more of assault melee focused build when we go play the British after this. I'm going to go marksman training. I think it's pretty good. So Jackdaw Rifles, also quite appropriate, I think. What does this do? Priority of supply. Oh, nice. Never played with that, so we can put the priority up for getting, I'm guessing, just supplies. Oh, you can turn off what they... Oh, interesting. Okay, we can fiddle with that. Not that we need to. That's all good. Patriot authorities implement harsh measures to enforce loyalty. Ooh, Sabotage? Castine region. Oh, we lost some loyalty. A patriotic pamphlet. By the way, nothing's happened in the last week. We've just been building infrastructure and moving troops around. Patriotic pamphlet. We were approached by one of the Massachusetts printers with an offer to print pamphlets praising the Continental Army. According to him, they'll definitely convince the doubters to take the path of armed struggle, and he's asking for funding. So for 4,000, we gain 8 loyalty in the Rhode Island area. Current loyalty, 97%. It's a bit overkill, but if we don't pay it... Wow, that's a massive drop. Okay, it's 4,000. It's kind of peanuts, so that's fine. Ooh, donation. We had a long discussion and made the decision to offer 5 cigarettes to France, or cigars to France. This should improve our relationship. We have to assume this means like 5 tons or 5 shiploads or something. You know, reaching out to the French and say, hey, we've got 5 cigars for you. I can't see it making a big difference, but all the same, we'll say yes. 5 units. Let's say it's just 5 units of cigars. So we're bringing the army of professional soldiers down where they're going to recover, and at the same time we're bringing some militia units which we just raised to go and replace the regular units having to garrison these towns, because these towns will rebel if we do not do anything about it. But we are going to have our army further in the south ready for when New York opens up. So one thing we do need to build, because in our factory runs of building the new USA muskets, we've actually got so many factories on the go that we're running short of materials. We need timber, and we need, whatever that is, iron. So I'm looking down here at Hartford, and I think I'm going to produce some mining infrastructure, which should boost the amount of that we've got going. Can I do it like this? I don't honestly know how long that's going to take to do it. So it's 0.6 and 1.5. We'll try and take a look at that. And we've got enough materials to do it elsewhere as well. So I see there's a location here. What's that area? So it's Fort Stevens, which is currently producing infrastructure. Let's see if we can stick some mining in there as well. It'll queue it up. It'll queue it up. We'll stick it in there. And it's... do I want infrastructure first? Well, I guess we'll have to. It's a fortress area. It's not going to be building a lot. I could put an officer in there on a mission to increase construction speed, which isn't the worst idea, but we'll try and get materials from elsewhere. In fact, let's take a look right now at the market and see if we can just buy this, because we have a lot of money and we might just... there's 2 on the market, okay, of iron and timber. There's more of that. I think we're short of both. What's it going to cost to buy 30? 2 grand? And I'll buy both of the ones on the market. All right, so that's not a whole lot of anything there. We will try and get more production from our towns and cities. I think that's where we need the stuff. Merchants' compensation. The property of some Massachusetts Bay merchants was damaged when an angry mob of patriots ransacked loyalist homes. They sent us a letter requesting compensation for some of the losses that the state government refused to reimburse. This will give us just 7 loyalty. Ooh, that's low loyalty. That I'll tell you why that is. We're going to pay 8.5 grand because that's nothing. We received a barter officer. Miami's proposed. Sorry, an offer, not officer. We could do with a barter officer. That would be awesome. We put someone in charge of our industry and marketing. I think that's a great idea. Anyway, the Miamis propose an exchange of 5 iron for 144 civilian musket. I don't think that's a great deal, but civilian muskets we have in great supply and we don't need them, whereas the iron we definitely do. So, oh god, I knew this was coming. A sea invasion. One of our ships has detected a fleet. The captain has been monitoring the fleet from a distance for the past few days. Based on the fleet's course and the presence of troop ships, our captain believes that this is an invasion fleet expected to arrive within 2 weeks. Pause. Do we know where this is coming? That's going to be a bit of an issue. Now, we have a force up in Quebec. I don't think that's an issue. We're going to have 2,500 militia there, which is great news, I think. What's that? Priority of supply delivery to this settlement. Oh, that's cool. So we can stockpile supplies. Anyway, 2,500 militia there is probably not going to stop whatever British army comes marching down there. But that's not our initial issue. Who is that? Oh, it's an infantry regiment that's marching down south. It might be that one. They may have come down there because we were relieving the units up here. Do we know where this invasion is going to land? Because I need an army near it. I've got not quite enough men in Falmouth. Although hopefully they'll be receiving reinforcements fairly soon. This is a very badly beaten up army right there. My main army, off down in the south, is actually in Hartford. We've got 4,000 men there, which is excellent news, except a lot of these aren't actually going to be recovering. Oh, New Haven. We do have a new force of militia there. I need to go and send those guys off to relieve some of the regulars, I think, that I've got in one of the other ones. I'm going to march them all the way up. I'll leave them at Falmouth. They can march there, and then we'll figure out where they want to go, because I think I've got the John B. regulars. Yeah, okay, got them. Found them. We need to bring those guys who aren't quite... Oh, can we upgrade these? Can I upgrade these? Oh, if I can upgrade them, we'll lose the cannon. I don't think I care too much about that. I don't have enough officers. That's fine. Okay. We don't have enough officers at the moment. We are building some colleges to try and put that right, though. Okay, so I'm looking now at the options to increase the wages and the bounty. Now, bounty is going to affect the number of recruits. So you'll pay 100 per 100. Recruiting bonus, minus 44%. That sucks. Okay, this is why we need all that extra gold. Right, what's that put it up to? So recruiting bonus is now 4%. Okay, I'm happy to leave. I don't want a massive bonus. I just want these to trickle in. But we definitely do need some bonus here. Now, the salary is... We need to keep this as low as possible, but need to keep it sensible. So we've got a... That's going to reduce desertion, because I have increased it. It was at 0.5. But I don't want to go too high. We'll see how the economy deals with that. Okay, I'm glad I found that. I'd been looking at that for ages. And I don't know whether it was there the whole time, but it's there now. So we're also looking for this naval invasion, because I do not know where it's coming. Our ship's captains are not giving us an indication of where that's going to land. Somewhere in the next 2 weeks, we're going to get an invasion. If it's down here, great. I can find it and defeat it. We are still short of officers. We're trying to recruit for these guys. We'll get there. We've got... Recruits aren't the major issue. We have enough recruits. It's the officers, the specialists. That's what we're kind of lacking. So I've just noticed that Montreal, which is an absolute star city, we've got the loyalty up to 80%. Thanks to our printing press. The propaganda is coming out in waves. It's awesome. So that's going to be a great place for us, I think, and great wealth. It's also got great materials. So we're going to make some mining infrastructure there. Should be constructed relatively quickly. And we're also, there's an option for a fur house as well. So, although there are things still under repair, damn it. Okay, we're gonna maybe have to wait for that. But yes, we'll get some infrastructure going there. That'll be kind of cool. That will help our industry no end. We received a message from France. They're requesting 7 textiles from us. Well, this sucks. This sucks because it's like, give us or we hate you. I don't like this sort of simple diplomacy in strategy games. I feel like it's a bit, I don't know, it cheapens the experience. I don't think they've got diplomacy in this game very well, to be quite honest. But that's okay. We can live with it. We can live with basic diplomacy. It's the combat and the campaign map and everything else that's kind of more important and more exciting anyway. That's what we're really worried about. A fisherman's report has arrived containing information about Britain's troop ships sailing towards the shores of New Haven. Okay, this is really important. Oh, okay. Construct infrastructure in Montreal. The success of this infrastructure will not only enhance the blah 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 blah. Okay, $2.5 grand. Those are sorts of things that we should actually do. So it's not what I actually wanted to do, but we need to do it. So I have enough points. We spend it. And it should be adding it in. It's something we wanted in this area anyway. I just didn't want it quite yet, but that's okay. We will crack on. Now then, New Haven. We have a more of a risk down here. Where the hell is New Haven? New Haven is down here. We have 1,000 men, and that's where the British invasion fleet is coming to. I can put 11,000 men in this town, and they can be fed. That is incredible. It's because we've built barracks. Right. Let's get everyone out of Hartford. This should be a laugh. I need to brigade these guys up, by the way. Right, leave. Can we not form one massive brigade? Hang on, let's get some of these guys together. And then let's add these in. And we've got a brigade there. Can we put that and that together? Huge brigade. Let's get everyone marching down here. We'll arrive there in time, that's fine. And in New Haven, we have a brigade there. Now, unfortunately, we seem to have a massive shortage of flipping officers. So, we can't reinforce these units, but that's okay. The force is coming from Hartford, and we'll leave the supply wagons in, because... Do you know what? We could actually march them off somewhere else. They have 0 provisions. Go and fill up in somewhere like Leicester, which is completely safe. And if we let them fill up a provision somewhere else, somewhere where, you know, the food isn't being eaten already. Right, Cliff and Markgfl, make sure you guys are brigaded together. We'll just keep these units much, much tidier. Right, let's get into... That's fine, actually. Let's get everyone into there. And we'll form the army up. And then we've got a massive army in New Haven. That's just waiting for the British to sail to their slaughter. Here they come. This doesn't look good. The poisoned wells. Oh, sorry, Bearbock. This isn't good. British operatives are contaminating water sources near American military camps, leading to illness and undermining the soldiers' health and morale. The disruption slows down American military operations and compels them to redirect resources to care for the sick. So what's happened? 64 soldiers lost in the bear box. All we can do about that is we can increase our intelligence cost. If that's 1,000, is that per day or per week? It reduces the chance of enemy sabotage. They must be going all out on this, because this is insane. This has an impact on loyalty. Okay. Positive change increases effect. It helps with report delivery time and intelligence expenses. Oh, I think that's from some buffs and stats that our guy has. Okay, let's go. I need to spend more because we're getting poisoned on far too regular a basis. We've got the mining infrastructure in Hartford, which is awesome. So if I go to production management, we are churning out 62 muskets per day. Currently 600 in stock. Some of them are being assigned to units. And do we have... We have no textiles, but they'll hopefully build up. We have... That's saltpeter, sorry. We have some iron and some wood. Okay. Alright, we've got stuff. I'm hoping we can create stuff with that. Hopefully it'll be enough. We have a force in Boston. That's waiting for more specialist officers. Damn you all. Hartford, I was going to say we could actually recruit somebody, but we don't have the specialists at the moment. And that's holding us off from otherwise improving some towns and cities as well. So we best not do that. There's 2 towns here which I'm desperate to get the men out of, because we can use them much more effectively elsewhere. I need to be aware of the risk of the combat up here. We've got 2,500, possibly 3,000 men we can call on at the risk of this place rebelling. South Carolina has become the second colony to declare independence from Britain by adopting a resolution that affirmed its sovereignty. Brilliant, but it's not updated our map yet. So at the moment, I don't know when the map expands. I should look it up, I guess. But at the moment, there's not a whole lot happening. Oh, guys, make sure you are sitting in New Haven. We want the whole army in there, chilling out, recovering, resupplying, doing everything they need to. And then when this invasion fleet lands, it is going to get its arse kicked all the way back to Britain. It's landed. Didn't expect it to do it quite so fast. We want to select all units and leave. Here we go. Form up into the army and charge. Run them down like the dogs they are. They are going for it. Do not lose Hartford. It said they were going to land at New Haven. We're going to have a fight. It's okay. We're not going to lose Hartford.
Press the attack.
We're not going to lose Hartford. Alright, we have a fairly simple deployment. I'm going to allow the enemy to come on. This being, you know, mostly professional troops here, we don't actually have a great degree of artillery in this, which is not a problem. Let me just extend our lines a little bit. Why is there a hole appearing there? Stop. I did not give you permission. And let's just make sure we've got something covering our flanks in case there's any funny business. But we should easily have enough troops to you know, repel these borders. It'll be fine. We've got our artillery into position. We've spotted something. Oh, it's just a British general. Take a shot at him. I mean, if we manage to hit him on the move, I'll be amazed. We've got everyone else in position over there. And here they come. Hold the line, fellas. I mean, we may as well put everyone on hold orders. What have we got? Do we have any British artillery? Because I'm always up for capturing that stuff. Let's go near the front. We're about to start giving them volleys. Shall we expand the line? I'd say we should expand the line like that. We should be in better positions. We've got bigger units. Let's zoom in. I love seeing the uniforms. Fights look great. They really do look great. Artillery, come on, give them a volley. Do something at least. Boom. So I don't think there's even any point in trying to chase these guys down. The enemy army has fled. They've got nowhere to go on the battle map, so let's go and see what actually happens. Yeah, very one-sided victory. I will take that, though. I mean, to be fair to the AI, when these guys set sail from England, they would have no idea what the situation in America was. They would not know that Canada would have fallen because of the times of communication. So it might seem like a suicidal attack, but it's quite justifiable due to the issues with communication. Right, let's see if we can get some of these, in fact, anything, to actually chase those guys down. Because they've got nowhere to go, don't forget. I mean, I just... They're going to... Oh, shit. I know exactly what's going to happen. They're going to rally, and they're going to attack Leicester. Right, so there's not much there that we need to worry about. So I'm going to bring out this big force. Everyone else needs reinforcements, so... Sharps, men. Go! Go kill. The general's got sort of trapped away over there. I think he... No, he can't capture towns by himself, can he? They can capture supplies like that, but they can't capture towns and stuff. Sharp's men's catching them up. Awesome. That's one lot smashed. The general can get those. Now we're moving faster. I don't know whether that's because of our traits or our infrastructure that we've got there, but they're chasing down Hewitt, which is amazing. We'll just capture this stuff here. And yes, excellent. That's working very nicely. We can't see what's going on now. That's a shame. Don't worry, we'll capture that and then we'll catch up. I suspect the enemy are being absolutely routed. And then we can send a brigade down there. You guys are... Is that the bear box? That is the bear box. Okay, I'm still going to turf a brigade out here. Charge. I want to see what's going on up here. Nice. So that was a naval invasion pretty much dealt with. Oh, they're coming back. They're coming back. Surrender. Excellent. A unified leadership. Colonial leadership has become increasingly unified and coordinated. This strong and cohesive leadership presents a more organized and credible front, fostering greater loyalty among the people. We gain in New York 4% loyalty. I mean, loyalty is so important. So important. Right. That's that bit done. Let's go see what's going on down here.
Keep moving.
We can't see, but maybe Meadows is being captured. Wow. Something's going on down there. Our guys are chasing him off the map. I mean, these guys are in a hurry to get somewhere. Oh, what have we got? We've been informed that our unit militia regiment commanded by Bainton Hewitt was found dead. That is a report for the enemy, and I wish they would patch this and fix this, but I don't know if they're going to do this at this point. That's a shame. Specialist recruitment has been done. I think we should go refill iron. Yeah, let's put that in there because we do actually need iron, and we'll refill textiles because if we get more diplomatic offers, I think it's good to have some of that in stock. We're nearly up researching both the Hunter Rifle and the Army Innovation 3, which is actually kind of important. I don't know how many men this guy has. I do not feel like chasing him all the way around the sodding map.
Victory or death.
We can assume Sharp's done and he can return to Hartford. He's got his stuff captured. The regiment at Boston is now fully repaired. Let me have a little look in there. What are you guys armed with? With the Brown Bess. Ooh, what else have we got? Oh, we did that one, didn't we? Specialist recruitment. How are we off for muskets? So, I need to keep an eye on this because we've got a lot of units reinforcing. So, the Brown Bess 69. We're running out, but that's okay. I can slowly replace them with other things. We're buying more Charleville still. And the Virginia 76, we're producing 62 a day. We need to produce more and more and more of those. And the old-fashioned United States muskets, we can eventually replace those altogether. I kind of regret not having one factory doing those. But it is what it is. Yeah, we've got a shortage of iron and wood to produce as many of these as possible. But we're doing... Is that saying... that's? Oh, it's our stock. Sorry, I thought that was relating to the iron. It looked vaguely similar. That's okay. Let's go buy some more guns. So we're going to buy all of the French ones. Eventually, the goal is to replace these as well. But, I mean, there's a bit of work to do before we can do that. So money, we're doing okay. We are doing okay. The underground resistance is asking for money. I had to speak too soon. But for $5,000, we get 4% loyalty in New Hampshire. Yep, let's do it. Virginia's Richard Henry Lee introduces a resolution in the Continental Congress. Good, keep it up. Army Innovation 3 is researched. That's cool. Let's take a look and see what we've got for that. Specialist recruitment. It's probably more important than refilling iron, so let's go on there. Right, so the projects tree. Now then, that was Army Innovation 3. which was going to unlock foreign officers. So we get a general's limit, plus 5 specials, specialists I should say. Modern military theory. I mean, we did that for a mission. That was the thing I was particularly aiming for there. So we get here defensive strategy and tactics. We get construction points, fortification bonus. We get offensive. This is campaign move speed 10%. Reduction in desertion and weather attrition. Both sound very good. This leads to new companies down here, which sounds really useful. Infantry company. Oh, that's training. So they'll start with better stats, and we get specialists as well. In the Continental Army, though, it says new companies, but it doesn't tell me what. And that gives me research. That's only 38 days for 10% research speed. I'm going to do that because there's a whole lot of stuff that is taking an awful lot longer to research. Now, the salary, you got to keep an eye on this because soldiers' expectations of pay will go up over time. So we can't just bung it up and leave it. But as long as we're affording the money at the moment, we should be okay. Right then, what happened down here? We don't know. We have no idea if we got that officer. Let's return to New Haven and put our guys back. Meanwhile, yeah, we never did this one. So let's get this guy, who's probably quite hungry by now, into Norwich. You going in? He's in. And then we can take the John B. regulars, who are more of an experienced unit and they have artillery with them, and we can throw them into, I mean, they are part of the regular army. We can station them at Falmouth, or we can put them in Portsmouth. Both are areas where we can rest and recover. Falmouth can't actually hold that many dudes, so we need to bring you out, I think, which will relieve the pressure there, and we'll put you in Portsmouth as well. I'm just having to find positions to station all my guys at the moment. So this is okay. We kind of need to build a barracks here, which would allow us to station more troops in there. We're obviously going to hold the forts. What are we producing? We're producing timber. I don't think there's anything I can build that instantly produces more timber. Is there? Merchant stalls, weaver's house, granary. And I think that's to do with mining infrastructure. Let me just check. One thing I haven't seen, actually, is an ability to scroll to the left. We can scroll to the right. Don't think we can scroll to the left. Don't think there's anything in there, so that's okay. Whoa, what the hell is this? Look at this. The French have turned up. I was just scrolling around, building some schoolhouses and stuff in the towns that don't have it. By the way, New Haven, yeah, you got one. That's good. Hartford. Yeah, these guys, we need to unlock this, but we don't have the specialists, hence the schoolhouse. Anyway, I noticed that all these guys have turned up. So, what the hell are they going to do? I mean, there's nothing for them to fight here. Why have they arrived? It's very nice of them to send me an army. Let's just hope that these sons of bitches don't afterwards decide that, you know what, America's a nice place, we're going to stay here and kick the Americans out. It's a bit of a concern. As you can see, they're not moving because they have absolutely nowhere to go after. There's nothing to target. Ooh, a donation. We must provide horses for who? To the Iroquois. Do you know what? How many do I have in stock? Horse. It should say my current... Does it not show my current stock? I will, because I do not want aggravation. And we're not making an awful lot of horses. It should be in resources. Horse. We have 447 in storage. There's a ton on the market, so they're not something I'm overly concerned about there. Let's just keep buying muskets and buying guns like they're going out of fashion. How about our Virginia 76s? Yeah, we've got less in storage. Okay, I'm hoping that's because we are recruiting lots more troops and officers and they're just filling up the ranks. I sincerely hope that's the reason. The Phantom Trader's proposition. We need these muskets to form more... What's he wanting to... It's going to cost us 3,000 for 116 muskets. At the moment, we've just got money to kind of throw at these things. So absolutely. Spend, spend, spend. Buy everything we can. What's that going to give us? That's a recruiting house. That would give us more recruits in Montreal. Trois-Rivières. We're hoping... For loyalty, we've got printing presses done. And in Quebec, we've got the printing press done as well. So progress is slowly being made in such places. Out across the rest of the world, though... Yeah, it's kind of an expensive business. Tensions, reports, blah, blah, blah. Nothing terribly exciting. We're building what we can, where we can, and it's slow going, unfortunately. We just don't have the men. We have the materials. Tell you what, we have the materials. Let's go and put some infrastructure into the world. Where does it matter? Let's put one up there. This just requires 40. It goes on in the background, and I don't think... Why is that on 999 plus days? There's something terrible going on there. That's not what we want to see. But I've got supplies to spend, so we may as well try and spend it. Let's put some more infrastructure down there. The reason being, that is a grain-producing area right there. Middlesbrough. And we kind of want it to be able to export the provisions faster, which I think is important. I'm also going to say that these places, we don't have a huge amount of food spare, do we? Right, what's this? The Committee of Secret Correspondence has dispatched Silas Dean to secure French aid for the Americans. Upon his arrival in France, negotiations led to France providing supplies. We got 1,000 Charleville 66 muskets. Okay, that's actually pretty good. We got 10 3-pounder Galloper gun. They're a pile of shite. But anyway, we're not going to say no to free stuff. Well, that's something at least. We can spend reputation to increase what? To get inventory records. Do you know what? Oh, specialist recruitment. It costs 1. It's 2. I'm going to spend that because that is something... no. 1. There we go. That is something that we really desperately need. And the one thing I'm really a bit worried about spending reputation for is because with the British destroyed in our game at the moment, I don't really have a whole lot of means of earning reputation back. And that's a little bit of a worry. See, we're short of specialists for recruitment up here. These guys are looking a whole lot better, and they're waiting for fresh recruits to come in. That is excellent news. The fighting Illinois should start recovering. Like, everyone else is doing really well, so units around here looking strong, nice and strong. We've got to keep an eye on fading flipping loyalty, but other than that, we're doing okay. Yay, we got the specialist recruited done. Let's carry on refilling the iron. So they've come in and they've instantly gone out. So yeah, we just need more schoolhouses. It's as simple as that, really. As simple as that. So we've got our inventory records in the quartermaster department. Let's go and see. Oh, we've got another specialist recruitment. Yep, stick that straight in there. We keep them coming in. We've got some more coming in from the schoolhouses now, and as the regiments fill up, that's going to be less of an issue, and hopefully we can get a good stock of them. But what did we just get? We got... What the hell did we get? Quartermaster inventory records here, which gives us +5 army limits. Very nice, except we can't afford to fill the ranks. And a -5% production cost, which is probably useful. So this gives us resource consumption and production. 167 days. Let's see if there's some research speed bonuses for this. That seems like rather a lot. That sounds useful. The support training. New building and new company. We can get the supply stretchers. That's actually pretty quick to get. It's a grain mill. Okay, for provisions. Right, yes, okay, this is where we want to go. And we definitely want to go down there before winter. So let's get in that direction. Again, do not want to spend the reputation at this point. We need to try and keep hold of that. But grain mills, they sound very useful. Although we're in June now. Not a lot has happened in this first year. We've had one battle, one invasion. Done a lot of building. But winter is already coming. So the Miamis are at war with the Cherokee. Cool. Great. Get on with it. The privateer ship captured a British vessel in the waters near Marblehead, Massachusetts. The successful capture boosted colonial morale and showcased the effectiveness of privateers. We have got a 7th-rate brig, the USS Coquette. Nice. British pepper... What the hell is that? Britain is actively recruiting foot regiments and mercenaries from across Europe. A substantial number of German mercenaries have joined the British forces, and all indications suggest that Britain is preparing for something significant. 21,000 soldiers have assembled and remain in reserve to sail to the colonies. 21,000. Holy shit. Okay, I'm hoping that's going to be the opening of the New York campaign and they're all going to land down there. 21,000. I mean, we've got our French allies, so what have we got to fear, right? I'm sure they'll see them off. Now, this absolutely sucks. Construct shipyard infrastructure in New Haven. We get a reward. The thing is, I don't really want to do that because we're not messing about with ships. I guess I don't have to do it. Can I see... I mean, are we constructing anything? It's going to cost me 1,840. Well, I can afford it. It gives me a slight profit in cash. Is there a penalty for doing this? I don't know if there's a penalty if we miss out on this. I'm just going to do it anyway because screw it, we can afford it, and it's not like a major issue. Right, I think we need to update some things. Let's go for a town hall. We can't because we need a few more specialists, but we're nearly there. Okay, this is cool. We actually just designed the Hunter rifle. Okay, we're going to have to make some. It's a civilian rifle utilized by traders. Currently our only alternative until we design new rifle patterns for our infantry. I'm hoping that that thing's going to have, like, an extremely good range. There's new things over here. There's, like, the Brown Bess 1769 musket. Is that going to be better? We can just make them? I don't know. They're not really much better. Military engineers. Mining cost. That looks useful. Carbines, we have no use for them, but they do lead on to the Pennsylvania rifle, which sounds, like, way more interesting. Okay, its popularity in Kentucky contributed to its fame, leading to it being more widely recognized as the Kentucky rifle. I do know those. I saw one in the flesh, actually, when I worked in the gun shop back when I was a younger man. So we've got the guns down there, haven't we? We can't go further down there. We could go for a reduction in construction and mining costs and build the lumber mill, which might actually be useful. These factories... Okay, the fur factory might be useful. The rest of it doesn't look overly exciting. We've got guns. I mean, I don't think I need to worry about them because I'm producing enough of the American muskets. These I probably should. And other than construction and production, which looks useful, let's go for improved infrastructure because it's a quick one. Or it's relatively quick. Okay, we've also just got our intelligence strategies. Now, what the hell was that? This one? It increases the cost of intelligence, but the reporting might get better and the unit ammunition, I think, improves. So, we've got the option of counter-sabotage. That reduces ammunition. I guess we're using ammunition to guard places to shoot saboteurs, maybe, I guess. Counter-intelligence reduces the cost of things as well. This might be better. That's a cheapish one. The Culpeper Ring. And what goes down here? Overseas agents, ship production and navy research. Okay, we'll not worry about that. This is engineer research and intelligence cost. Might be more useful. I'm really not sure what to go for in here. In engineer research, I think probably sounds good. Don't know if there's anything I particularly wanted. Let's go for this. Engineering. Oh, there's just a research speed there. 12.5%. Do you know what? I'm going to go for it because it's going to speed up the other things. That's my plan. Okay, so we just managed to get the common defense. That's going to increase research speed nicely. And this one increases research speed even more and reduces that reputation cost. As I have nothing particular I want to go for. I mean, I do. There's some nice things in there. I'm going to pick that up. It's going to play the long game here, I think, and just get some boosts to research speed. I think that's going to help. Right, what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to call it there for today. It's been kind of a boring episode. There's been a whole lot of admin and building along. And in the next episode, I am expecting things to open up or an invasion or something else. But the game's kind of curious. I don't think there's anything I need to do to be able to move things on. It's just that perhaps it didn't expect me to have conquered the map by this point. And as far as I can tell, we will get down to the rest of the map when it damn well wants us to. And there is a whole lot more to go and see. I just don't actually know when it gets there. But we've gone from April to July, on a quarter of a year. Why are these not recruiting? Oh, I know why they're not recruiting. These guys have got no recruits because they're from Falmouth, and I don't think there's enough guys there, right? Oh, no, that's not the reason at all. Okay, sorry, the bear box. We don't have enough Brown Bear 69 muskets in stock. Let's change that. I'm glad I spotted that. We're going to go straight to... Oh, we have a lot of Virginia 76s. Let's go straight into those because we're making lots of those. That will make you a lot happier, and we should get a load of new recruits in there. These things are worth noting. If we've got units that just are not recruiting anymore, then there's probably a very good reason why. But it looks like our army is back to full strength, which is good news. Mostly. No, not so much here. Why not? They have... I bet it's the bloody muskets. Yep, okay, right. I'll put all this right. We have a little bit of work to do as we change these over. You can go into Charleville's, because we have a massive stack of those. There'll be no shortage of those, ever. And they're pretty good weapons. So is there anyone else? Everyone else should be sorted now. Wow, okay. Yep, totally missed those. Trois Rivières, the militia are okay. The Quebec militia are okay. Right, that's it. So, we've done some research. We've expanded the empire. We've got some better resources. We've got our industry in order. All that is very good. But we want to fight. We want to take the fight south. When's the game going to let us?